Welcome to the Ghost Radio Station. This channel will share with you various horror and ghost stories and real paranormal activities or incidents and mysteries from around the world. So, please don't forget to subscribe to get regular story updates. But every time I mentioned, there is no scientific evidence to support the existence of ghosts. So it is up to each person to believe in ghost stories or not. So, I am starting the story now.
So, I feel like my mom has something paranormal attached to her. Since I would say middle school, I've lived with her. Now I'm 23 years old, living on my own, and she still experiences strange things, and there have been many strange occurrences. Here are some examples. I've always woken up randomly in the middle of the night. For as long as I can remember, when I was about 11 years. We lived in a flat. It was just me and my mom. There we had Jack and Jill style bedrooms, with the bathroom connecting us. I would randomly in the middle of the night hear my mom's iron cord hitting against the bathroom cabinets. I knew that sound because I was very used to hearing it in the mornings when she got ready. She would also hear scratching on the walls in her bedroom. I moved in with my dad at 12 years, till I was 17, and never experienced anything out of the ordinary. I am unsure if my mom did living by herself. When I moved back in with her at 17 years old, we lived in a condo. Me and my mom and her second husband at the time, who worked the third shift. Here I experienced an old VCR player in my room randomly turn itself on and start rewinding itself, even though it was unplugged. I was almost asleep one night and felt the palm of a hand lightly slap me on the cheek twice. I had a small dog at the time who would randomly growl and follow something that wasn't there. When I wasn't home, my mom and stepdad would say they could hear talking in my room when they were in the living room. My mom also on 2 separate occasions heard a man say hello to her at night. While in bed, she felt as if something sat on the bed because it dipped down while she was home alone. And she also felt as if something lifted up the end of her bed and shook it. At my 19 years, me and my boyfriend, now husband, moved into our own place. I've never experienced anything since. But now, my mom lives in a different place with her current husband. While her husband was mopping home alone, when he turned around he saw 2 footprints in the wet moped floor behind him. They were bare footprints, but he always wears shoes in the house. My little sister, who is 3 years old, started randomly pointing and laughing at something over my mom's shoulder while she was dressing her. My stepdad woke up in the middle of the night to the feeling of getting scratched on his back, and my mother was facing the opposite way asleep. There were red scratch marks on him the next morning. There are several other things that have happened, but those are the biggest things I can think of at the moment. I've often heard the more you talk about it, the worse it gets, but with everything that's happened, the fact that it's always where she lives, it leads me to believe something is attached to her. What that is, I have no clue, but how does one even go about fixing this?